few days ago I was having a discussion with my friend about brass instruments because we both have a goal to at some point learn a new instrument, and we would very much like the idea of it being a brass one, you know, so something completely different to what we're already used to, but mainly because we love how they sound. And just like him, I was heavily considering the saxophone because obviously it's a great iconic instrument, signature tone for many songs, very versatile too, until I found out about the French horn. And I mean found out how it actually sounds by itself, because I had already seen it and heard about it, and it turns out that it sounds amazing. And since I started nerding a bit more about French horn, it has easily become one of my favorite brass instruments. Just blew my mind, and I straight up decided, okay, this is gonna be my next instrument some years from now, because I've still got so much to do with the guitar, so, you know, priorities. But then, on a different day, when we were having another discussion of the same time, we actually do this quite a lot, he casually just mentioned, oh, you know, that smooth, satisfying tone you really like from the French horn? There's actually an instrument that blends that sound with the speed, fluency, and sharpness of the trumpet, in the sense that as far as we'd seen, fast runs or licks on a French horn usually didn't sound very clean. It sounds like something kind of optimized for longer notes and more melodic stuff. But then there's this one called the Flugelhorn that apparently is a perfect ideal mix of both worlds. I did a pretty straightforward search and I found this video of Ollie Parker playing honestly one of the best solos I've ever heard over Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal track. So that's why I'm here today making this video, to ultimately try to satisfy the simples to learn these new instruments. So I might as well just learn some of their chops for now. So let's take a look. Okay, so I've barely started, literally on the first note, and I just found out that there's something which I wasn't considering about the notation here, which is flugelhorns are tuned to B flat. So pretty much everything I'm reading here is gonna be one step below. So I was reading a C, it's actually gonna be a B flat, because B flat is kind of their C, it's kind of their main note, as we would say. Okay, so right at the first note I just found out that it's gonna be one step harder than I was expecting, but since we're already here, let's just do this. Vai ser Lá bemol. Aí aqui o Lá natural vai ser Sol, né? Okay, so far around 15 seconds into the solo, that's what we've got. Some really cool motifs here, really cool melodic ideas using the chromatic scale, some chromatic approaches. I'm already figuring out really cool phrases that I'm gonna try to put on and use in my own improvisation from now on. So learning stuff like that from other instruments is always really helpful for your own vocabulary, importing stuff from other genres. Okay, so now 15 more seconds of solo, more like 20 or 25 minutes in real life while I was learning without the magic of video editing. So you guys don't have to sit there and watch me for an hour while I learn this 1 minute solo. I'm around a little bit over half the solo right now, hopefully. So yeah. So the next part was... Okay, on to more grinding on this solo. Okay, so we're officially now halfway there, at least in terms of learning the melodies, because I still have to practice for speed, because this was, in this last section I was playing at 0.75% of the speed, just so I wouldn't stumble on the way and I would make sure that I actually got these melodies down. Now I'll have to practice the technique so I can play this in the same speed that he does in full speed. It's actually so relieving to have a part in the solo after that many notes, that many licks and runs, that goes literally like this. Just breathing and a quick. Thanks, Ollie, for allowing me to have a break. You were surely thinking about that when you did that solo. Only 10 more seconds. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. At the end here, throwing almost the same lick as the one he started. Really, really smart play. Oh yeah, and he ends here with the same melody that's happening on the background. And that's it. We got through the whole solo. Let's see if I can remember anything at all after having memorized so many stuff. Okay, after roughly 1 hour and 20 minutes since I've started filming, I think we've gotten at least somewhere. So I'm gonna show you now how I'm playing the solo. It is far from perfect, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna practice it more for probably another hour, get it polished under details and rhythms, and I'm gonna post it on Instagram. So to watch the final version, make sure to follow my page. It's written somewhere here on the screen. And also, this was the first of 2 parts of this video. Now that I've got the licks and melodies down, I'll make a second video where I'll separate them and make a selection of the ones I like the most, and we'll add to my own playing, and also analyze to show how they're built and what are the tools used in each one of them. To catch up with the second part of the video, subscribe to this channel so you can get to see it as soon as it is available. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video, which I still don't know what it'll be about, but I'll come up with something nice, I promise. See you. Thank you.